Hi there, everybody, and welcome along to the Big Quiz Night In. This is episode 139. I hope you're all well as always. It's been a couple of weeks, hasn't it? So it's great to be back. Let's see for now who's in the chat, who's been saying hello already. And if you haven't said anything yet, please do so. Let us know you're here. I'd love to give you all a shout out for watching along tonight. So I can see already we've got Millie and Mike here. Good evening to you. We've got Sue and the Donuts as always joining us. Lisa Hawley is also in the chat saying hello. Hope you're doing well. Jodie's just dropped in to say hi in the chat as well. That's lovely. Great to have you all with us. I can see there's a few more people watching tonight, so we've got a nice little turnout this evening. As always, when we kick off the show, we're going to start off with the kids' question to get you some bonus points to kick off this evening with. And then we've got 3 quiz rounds, again, a usual mixture of subjects, followed by a couple of game show rounds. More on that as we get there. We've got Ju joining us in the chat. Brazilians are here, but Vernia is away in Brazil. Yes, it was lovely to see you all. They came to the pub quiz a couple of weeks back now, I think over the bank holiday, wasn't it? Really lovely to see you all, guys. And they did really well. Didn't quite win what they did last time, but they did very well nonetheless. So with that said then, anybody else in the chat, feel free to say hi, but we are going to go over to our kids question to kick things off. Let's see who's joining me tonight. We have
Hey.
Ruben. Ruben's with us this evening. He's cut. It goes over that way, doesn't it?
Yes.
That's it. Yeah, looking good. Okay, so I'll bring up the question, and all you need to do is guess A, B, or C for this one in the chat. Normally, you don't have to guess anything in the comments, but if you want to give yourself some bonus points that you could add on to any of your scores for the next 3 quiz rounds, have a guess at this one in the chat, and you can have yourself some bonus points. So I'll bring up the question. Ruben's going to read it out, and the question is...
What was the most Googled phrase in the USA following the solar eclipse? Is it A, my eyes hurt, B, where's the sun, or C, what is the moon? All ridiculous.
All
All
ridiculous.
seem perfectly normal for the USA. They're all dumbasses.
We'll file that under kids say the funniest things. Right, we've got Tony as well saying hello from the Not So Golden Oldies +1. Welcome along. Glad to have you here. So yes, have a guess in the chat. This was fascinating, I thought. The most Googled phrase in the USA following the solar eclipse yesterday. Which one was it? My eyes hurt, where's the sun, or what is the moon? You can also narrow this down to specific states to see which states were Googling this the most over that time. Those kind of stats are what you can drill down to in Google about anything, by the way, if you know where to look. So it looks like most people are going with B right now, thinking they're asking, where's the sun? Could that be what the answer is? Does anybody else want to have a guess? Feel free to do so now. Just have a guess in the comments. No judgment. No judgment passed. This is all just for fun. You know that, guys. So don't be shy. Feel free to have a guess. And then we shall reveal the winner. If you have got the correct answer there, then you will earn yourself a bonus point for your team that you could add on to your scores for any of the, or for one of the next 3 quiz rounds. We've got, so that's all right. Everybody's saying B. We've got Geraldine saying A though, so I think we'll close things off there. Doesn't look like any more guesses are coming in. So we have Sue, Millie and Mike, or Sue and the Donuts, Millie and Mike. We've got Jodie, the Britzillians, and the Not So Golden Oldies, all saying B. They think the answer is, where's the sun? Lisa's just in there as well, saying B as well. Geraldine has gone with A, saying my eyes hurt. So with that said, Ruben, why don't you tell them what the answer is?
Only 2 of you were right. It was my eyes hurt.
Only one. There's only one.
Really?
Geraldine's the only one who put A.
No.
No, B, 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 B. That's a little B.
Oh.
Oh, you
so
missed that
listen,
one. No, it's not on
person.
LA.
One person.
Geraldine's the only one. Yes, they all Googled
job.
my eyes hurt because they all looked up. Well, so many of them
As I said,
looked up
they're
at the sun.
glasses. They don't buy these glasses to help them see the eclipse. And they're just like, oh my gosh, guys, it's the eclipse. Ow, my eyes!
The opinions of my son are not the opinions, nor do they reflect the true opinion of the Big Quiz Night In and all companies therein. So it's the truth. I can't change it. It's the truth. It's a true fact, isn't it? Right, okay, so well done to Geraldine. Thank you very much for having a go there. You get a bonus point, and we're going to move on with the rest of the quiz. Thank you. Okay, yes, the reason I mentioned that you can narrow it down to state is because if you do that, the states that Googled it the most are the states where the eclipse was most visible. Yeah, you can see where the pattern of the sun's solar eclipse travelled across the states, and the states where that sun solar eclipse was most visible were the ones that Googled it the most. It's fascinating, I find. Lisa says we were right in the path. I wondered if you were close or not. Yes, I thought you might be from that kind of side. Well, hopefully you weren't one of those people Googling why your eyes are hurting. Because, yes, we have all had a bit of a laugh at this one over here. I don't just mean my family, I mean on social media in general. It's been all over things like TikTok in particular. It's quite funny. Anyway, I'm sure it'd be similar in the UK if we saw it. Geraldine is supposed to be on our team, but we aren't in the same place, so I think she is branching out on her own. Oh, that's fine. No problem at all. She can still be on your team. Don't worry about it. I just appreciate the engagements. It's no problem. Right, so with that said, we're going to crack on. Tonight we've got 3 quiz rounds as usual. We've got sport, we've got a 3 of a kind round, which we haven't done for a while, and we've got a pop music trivia round. Then we're going to do 2 game shows tonight. We are going to be doing an Our Survey Says question, and I've got 3 more tenables for you, our top 10 quiz rounds as well. So all that to look forward to. Sports round is first though. No more guesses in the comments. If you've not watched along before, no more guesses in the comments. Keep them all to yourselves. At the end of a quiz round of 15 questions, I will go through the answers. You'll have an opportunity to ask for any repeats of questions, of course, but then I'll go through all the answers, mark your own scores, and then tell me in the comments how many as a team you got or as an individual. If you do have a fun team name, if you haven't done this before, feel free to call yourselves that in the comments as and when you put in your scores, unless it's one that I know off by heart already. And yeah, let's have some fun. So, question number 1 in our sports round: who are the current holders of the Ryder Cup? Who are the current holders of the Ryder Cup? That's question 1. Question number 2. This one is for 3 points. What does the abbreviation ICC stand for? What does the abbreviation ICC stand for? 1 point for each correct word. Okay, question number 3. Which creature is on an Alfa Romeo car badge? Which creature is on an Alfa Romeo car badge? Oh, also, for those of you who are new watching along, there's a countdown conundrum along the bottom of the screen. If you can work that out, you get 2 bonus points that you can add onto your score for this round. And there are 3 of them, so 1 for each of the quiz rounds. 2 bonus points if you can work that out. But again, don't put your guesses in the chat. Just add it on. Be honest with us and yourselves. And just add it on to your total score when you submit it at the end of the round. So yeah, there are 3 different ones again. I think they're quite tough ones actually tonight. All 3 of them are a bit tricky. Perhaps more tricky than usual. Question number 4 is for 4 points. Which 4 managers have won the English Premier League Manager of the Year award the most times? You don't have to put them in order, but name the 4. The 4 managers who have won the Premier League, English Premier League Manager of the Year award the most times. This is in men's football. Which 4 managers are they? Now, I know sport rounds aren't always the most popular of quiz rounds, but it's been a while. And all 3 quiz rounds we start the show off with, I rotate through various different subjects. So if you're not a fan of the subjects we do tonight, next week will be totally different. Right, question 5. Who won the gold medal for men's tennis singles at Rio in 2016? Who won the gold medal for the men's tennis singles at Rio 2016? Question number 6 now. Question 6, still with the Olympics, but a bit more recent. Which 3 nations won the most gold medals at the Olympic Games in Tokyo? Which 3 nations won the most gold medals at the most recent Olympic Games in Tokyo? Again, you don't need to put them in order. Just name the top 3. Question number 7 now. Question 7. Whose baseball teams are the Twins, the Mets, and the Giants? Whose baseball teams are the Twins, the Mets, M-E-T-S, and the Giants? Question 8 now. Question 8. Blades of Glory is a movie based on which sport? Blades of Glory is a movie based on which sport? Question number 9. 3 more points here. Which nations are the current Women's World Cup holders in rugby union, cricket, and field hockey? Which nations are the current Women's World Cup holders in rugby union, cricket, and field hockey? 1 point for each. They are 3 different countries. I will give you a bit of a clue and say at least 2 of the 3 could quite easily also be the most recent men's winners, because they are traditionally very good countries at these sports. I don't know enough about field hockey, but certainly the other 2. There's some clues for you. Okay, question number 10 now. Question 10 for 3 points. Who are the 2 most recent world record holders in the men's 100 metres? Who are the 2 most recent world record holders in the men's 100 metres? Question 11 now. Question 11. How many points are awarded for the following 3 things? A touchdown in American football, a free throw in basketball, and a home run with all bases loaded in baseball. 1 point for each. How many points are awarded for a touchdown in American football, a free throw in basketball, and a home run with all bases loaded in baseball. 1 point for each. They are 3 different scores. Okay, next question then. Question 12. Who is the most recent British boxer to win back-to-back Olympic gold medals? Who is the most recent British boxer to win back-to-back Olympic gold medals? Okay, next question then. Question 13. Which club side has the shortest name in the English Football League? So from the Premier League down to League 2, Premier League, Championship, League 1, League 2. Which club side has the shortest name in the Men's English Football League? Question 14 now. Question 14. Put these footballers into the correct order with the most international goals scored first. Gareth Bale, Luis Suarez, and Wayne Rooney. Put these footballers into the correct order with the most international goals scored first. Gareth Bale, Luis Suarez, and Wayne Rooney. For 3 points if you get them in the right order. Okay, the next question then is question 15, and this is the final question. What nicknames were given to the All-American sports stars named Eldrick Woods, Julius Erving, and William Perry? For 3 points, what nicknames were given to the All-American sports stars named Eldrick Woods, Julius Erving, and William Perry? Again, that's 1 point for each, and that is the end of the round. So, if you would like a question repeated, let me know in the comments. And yeah, so whilst we wait to see if there's any repeats of questions, we had the Patreon meetup. Was it a week ago now? Just over a week ago, I think. Yeah. And obviously it was Millie and Mike came down and Gabby came down and Andy was there as well, and really good night, great fun, great to see you all again. And we are looking forward to the next one. I forget though when we said it was going to be. I'm always doing this. But anyone's welcome to join us whenever we do these meetups. You don't have to support me on Patreon. Just come down to the pub quiz I host if you're in the area or fancy travelling. Let me know if you're interested. That offer's open anytime, really. Not just for meetups. But it was good fun. They did all right. They did all right. They nearly won. They nearly won things. Not quite. Yeah, next time. I'm sure. Next time. Okay, nobody's asking for any repeats, so I'm guessing you're doing okay. I haven't seen any comments come in. Of course, as soon as I say that, a question repeat does come in. So question 7, whose baseball teams are the Twins, the Mets, and the Giants? 1 point for each. Whose baseball teams are the Twins, the Mets, and the Giants? That's for the Donuts team. Okay. I'm going to call it then. Let's go through the answers. So give yourself a point for each. When I've done question 15, then I will reveal the answer for the first countdown conundrum. And then I'd like you to put your scores into the comments so I can find out how well you've done. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to, but it is always nice to hear these things and to give you all shout outs. Question 1 then. Who are the current holders of the Ryder Cup? So this is between the USA and Europe, and the answer, the current holders are Europe. Question 2. The abbreviation ICC in sport stands for the International Cricket Council. Question 3. The creature on an Alfa Romeo car badge is a serpent. It's often confused with a dragon, apparently, but a serpent is the correct answer. Question 4. The 4 managers that have won the English Premier League Manager of the Year award in men's football the most times are Sir Alex Ferguson. Will come as no surprise to anybody. He won it 11 times. It's staggering. Then it's Pep Guardiola. He's won it 4 times. So that's the second one. And then the third and fourth ones have both won it 3 times in their careers. Arsene Wenger and Jose Mourinho. They both won it 3 times, hence why I've asked you for 4 there. So Alex Ferguson, Pep Guardiola, and Arsene Wenger and Jose Mourinho. 1 point for each. Now, question 5. Who won the gold medal for men's tennis singles at Rio 2016? That was Andy Murray. Question 6. Which 3 nations won the most gold medals at the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo? That was USA with 39, then China with 38, and then Japan with 26. Again, you could put them in any order, but for 3 points, USA, China, and Japan. Question 7. The baseball teams. It is the Minnesota Twins, the New York Mets, and the San Francisco Giants. Question 8. Blades of Glory is a movie that's based on figure skating. Question 9. The nations that are the current Women's World Cup holders in rugby union, cricket and field hockey are New Zealand for rugby union, Australia for cricket, and the Netherlands in field hockey. The women's Netherlands team have won the last 3 in a row and the last 4 in the last 5 years, or 5 tournaments, which is staggering. So they're obviously very good. So yes, the Netherlands. Question 10. Who are the 2 most recent world record holders in the 100 metres for men? That is Usain Bolt and Asafa Powell before him. Question 11. How many points are awarded for a touchdown in American football, a free throw in basketball, and a home run with all bases loaded in baseball? It is 6 points for a touchdown, 1 point for a free throw, and in baseball that is 4 points if all bases are loaded. Question 12. Who is the most recent British boxer to win back-to-back Olympic gold medals? It is Nicola Adams. How many of you guessed a male boxer and forgot about her, I wonder? Question 13. Which club side has the shortest name in the English Football League? It is Fulham. It used to be Bury, but they were with only 4 letters in that name, of course. But they were expelled from the league in 2019, so aren't high enough again to count, so it's Fulham. Question 14. Put these footballers into the correct order with the most international goals scored first. It is Luis Suarez first with 68. Then it's Wayne Rooney. He got 53. And Gareth Bale after that. He scored 41. So that's 3 points if they're all in that order. And question 15. The nicknames given to Eldrick Woods, Julius Erving and William Perry. Eldrick Woods is Tiger Woods. Julius Erving is Dr. J, and William Perry is the refrigerator, or the fridge for short, I guess. So, yeah, 1 point for each there as well. Tally up those scores. I can tell you now the answer for the countdown conundrum for an extra 2 points is noisiness. Noisiness. So add that on if you worked that one out, and let me know in the comments how well you have done. Whilst you're doing that, I'll remind everybody, and for anybody new watching, in the link, on the link that's in the description of every video I post, is a beacon link, which is basically a shortcut to a list of all the places you can support me and what I do here. So if you'd like to know more about what I do elsewhere, it's all behind that link. Lots of different places you can go to follow Big Quiz Night in and support what I do here. Facebook Lives are always free, and then there's a Patreon quiz at the end of every month, which is the last Tuesday of every month, where we do a private quiz on Google Meet, which is a lot of fun too. Right, Jodie's got a score in first, 13 points there, very good. And the Donuts have got 22 points, very good again, good score. I'll explain in a moment how our next round works. It's called Three of a Kind, as you can see on screen now. 14 from a lonely Anton Jew. Oh, bless. That's still good. Well done. That's all right. Good effort. Appreciate you having a go. Regardless. Who else is going to be putting their scores in then? Let's see how well you've done. Don't be shy. No pressure. 15 plus 2 for the not so golden oldies and Geraldine. Good score. Okay, keep them coming in, guys. I'm going to... oh, bless us. Yeah, that's all right. There's no shame here. Right, I'm going to move on to the next round, but feel free to keep putting comments in, of course. I'll keep reading them out. Millie and Mike got 11 points. Very good. Excellent stuff. Right, so the Three of a Kind round works like this. Every question has 3 answers for it, and you get 1 point for each of those 3 answers. So I'll ask you, like, name all 3 of these things, and then you'll name them, 1 point for each. Okay? So every question has 3 answers, and you get 1 point for each of those. So potentially, if you got absolutely everything right, you could have 45 points at the end of this round. Okay? And says I can't find Peter. He's wandered off because Vernia's away. Oh, bless. Okay, the other thing to know is there is a countdown conundrum, a brand new one across the bottom of the screen. 2 extra points if you can work that one out. Let's crack on with the Three of a Kind round. So question 1. Which 3 counties adjoin Devon? Which 3 counties adjoin Devon? 1 point for each. Question number 2 now. What were the first 3 food items to be rationed in World War II? I'm assuming this is just for the UK. It may have been different elsewhere in the world, but safe to say this was the first 3 in the UK. What were the first 3 food items to be rationed in World War II? I mean, I would wager that at least 2 of the 3 probably ended up being rationed everywhere. I don't know enough to confirm that, but I would say it's a safe bet that at least 2 of the 3 would be. The first 3 food items to be rationed in World War II. Question 3. Which 3 Conservative Party leaders did Tony Blair beat in general elections? Which 3 Conservative Party leaders did Tony Blair beat in general elections? Question number 4 now. Question 4. What are the 3 types of port you can buy in a supermarket? What are the 3 types of port you could buy in a supermarket? Okay, question number 5 now. What are the 3 most common types of swans found in Great Britain? What are the 3 most common types of swans found in Great Britain? Question number 6. Name the 3 actresses who played the female leads in the TV show Friends. Name the 3 actresses who played the female leads in the TV show Friends. Okay, question number 7 now. Question 7. Name the 3 ferry ports that serve the Isle of Wight. Name the 3 ferry ports that serve the Isle of Wight. Question number 8 now. Question 8. Which 3 metals are combined to make pewter? Which 3 metals are combined to make pewter? Okay, then the next question. Question number 9. Name the 3 indigenous British mammals that hibernate. Name the 3 indigenous British mammals that hibernate. Remember, I'll repeat any questions you need at the end, so just let me know which ones you want in the comments. Question number 10. Name the 3 Olympic field events which begin in a circle. Name the 3 Olympic field events that begin in a circle. Question 11 now. Name the first 3 male characters to get married in the Big Bang Theory. Name the first 3 male characters to get married in the Big Bang Theory. Question number 12 now. Question 12. Name the 3 prime ministers that the UK had in 2022. Yes, I said 3. Oh, this country. Name the 3 prime ministers that the UK had in 2022. You don't need to put them in order, of course, just name the 3. And 3 more questions to go in this round. Question 13. Which 3 flavours make a Neapolitan ice cream? Which 3 flavours make a Neapolitan ice cream? Question 14 now. Question number 14. Name the 3 female characters in the game of Cluedo. Name the 3 female characters in the game of Cluedo. This is, I should stress, this is for the original version in the UK. I don't know how different it is in the US. I don't think it's dramatically different. But if the answers are different, I think maybe one of them might be different in a different region. I just don't know where specifically that is. So, but let me know if you believe it to be different. Certainly for the UK, these are the 3 female characters of the 6 you could be. And finally, question 15. Which 3 actors played the 3 amigos on film? Which 3 actors played the 3 amigos on film? Okay, so that's the end of the round. Let me know the numbers in the comments you want me to repeat. And 1 point for each of the 3 answers per question. So we could be looking at some very high scores in this round. No pressure though, it's just for fun. We always celebrate with those who do well and commiserate with those who don't. We are just here to have a laugh, so there's no pressure or stress if you only got a few points here. Even if you got nothing, it's just nice to have the conversation in the chat. Don't be shy. Okay, so yeah, keep those comments coming in and let me know which ones you'd like repeated. And then once we've seen how well you've done this one, also with the countdown conundrum, if you can work that out, that's 2 extra points there too. And then we'll move on to round 3, which is pop music trivia. Okay, I think that's going to be about it then. One other thing, if I'm stalling for time, 1, 2. So the next 2 weeks will be Facebook Live quizzes, and the next Patreon quiz night will be on the 30th of April. So 2 more Facebook Live quizzes this month, and then on the 30th of April, that's the next Patreon quiz. If you want to join that, you can do the free trial if you haven't done it already. There's a free trial, so you can try it out before you then commit to being a member further than that. Minimum of £2 a month if you're interested in joining, but you can do the first one for free, and it's always a good fun time doing totally different quiz stuff than we do here. Okay, I've had no repeat requests in, so I'm going to go through the answers, mark these very closely, 1 point for each, remember. Question 1, the 3 counties that adjoin Devon are Cornwall, Somerset and Dorset. Question 2, the first 3 food items to be rationed in World War II, butter, sugar and bacon. Question 3, the 3 Conservative Party leaders that Tony Blair beat in general elections are John Major, William Hague and Michael Howard. Question 4, the 3 types of port you can buy in a supermarket are Ruby, Tawny and Vintage. Question 5. The 3 most common types of swans found in Great Britain are Mute, Whooper and Buick. Question 6. The 3 actresses playing the girls or the female leads in the TV series Friends, Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox and Lisa Kudrow. Question 7. The 3 ferry ports that serve the Isle of Wight, Portsmouth, Southampton and Lymington in Great Yarmouth. Question 8. The 3 metals that combine to make pewter are tin, copper and antimony. Question number 9. The 3 indigenous British mammals that hibernate are hedgehogs, dormice and bats. If you put red squirrels, they don't hibernate. Question 10. Name the 3 Olympic field events which begin in a circle. They are throwing events. They're discus, hammer and shot put. Question 11. The first 3 male characters to get married in the Big Bang Theory are Howard, Leonard and Sheldon. Question 12. The 3 prime ministers that the UK had in 2022 are Boris Johnson, Liz Truss and Rishi Sunak, the current one. Question 13. Oh, Ed says, I'm pretty sure we were run by a cabbage at some point. That's before the lettuce. Yeah. Yes, there was, if you don't know, quite famously, there was a lettuce that found fame because it survived longer than Liz Truss did as Prime Minister. May have been a cabbage before that, yes, quite possibly. Question 13. The three flavours that make a Neapolitan ice cream are strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate. Question 14. The three female characters in the game of Cluedo are Miss Scarlet, Mrs. Peacock, and Mrs. White. That's the one I think may be different in other regions. I'm not sure. Lisa's laughing at that. Yeah. It was in the news. If you just Google Liz Truss lettuce, you'll see it. It survived longer. Quite comfortably so as well. Uh, Question 15. Which three actors played the three amigos on film? It is Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, and Martin Short. And for 2 bonus points, the answer to the countdown conundrum. Oh, Lisa remembers. It's okay. She knows all about it. It is splicings. Said it's trickier ones. So, potentially 45 points for that round, plus the 2 for the conundrum, plus the bonus point for the kids' question. Remember, I think it was Geraldine was the only one that got it right, so they can add it on to the Not So Golden Oldies score if they are combined, if they haven't done so already, or save it for the next round to improve your score there. 26 points for the Britzillians. Very good. 18 points for Jodie. Nice one. I said there'd be some higher scores. Yeah, so let's see. 25 for Ed. He missed a couple at the beginning. That's okay, mate. Still, good score. Well done. Should have said. I could have repeated them for you. Donuts have got 33 and got the conundrum again. Excellent stuff. Well done. Any more for any more? Feel free to put them in the comments. And I'll move on to the pop music round, but of course the comments will carry on screen for me and you, so I'll still call them out if you're taking a while to add them up. Lisa said we only got 2 wrong. Our eyes are kind of bothering. Our eyes are kind of bothering us. Okay. Oh dear. Yes. Looking at the sun. Not so golden oldies plus G. 34 plus Geraldine's bonus. They're doing that now with 35 points. Peter says, sorry I'm missing the quiz tonight, preparing for a big meeting tomorrow. That's where he is. We were wondering where he'd got to. He's preparing for a meeting tomorrow. Okay, alright. Okay. Well, thank you for stopping by anyway. Okay, again, any more comments, keep them coming. I'm going to move on to the next round, but carry on posting your scores if you haven't done so already. That's fine. Now, this next round then is the pop music trivia round. You have a brand new countdown conundrum on screen as well. Multiple points available as always with this kind of round. So let's see how well you do. Man, that conundrum was killer. Yeah, it was. It was. This one's also tricky. This one is also a tricky one. Okay, question number 1. What were the first names, or what are the first names of Simon and Garfunkel? What were the first names of Simon and Garfunkel? 1 point for each. Question number 2. Who joined U2 on the hit single When Love Came to Town? Who joined U2 on the hit single When Love Came to Town? Question number 3 for 3 points. Which acts had the best-selling 1960s singles called You Never Can Tell, Pinball Wizard, and Lazy Sunday? 3 different acts, 1 point for each. Which acts had the best-selling 1960s hit singles called You Never Can Tell, Pinball Wizard, and Lazy Sunday? Question number 4. What was the title of Oasis's first UK number one hit single? What was the title of Oasis's first UK number one hit single? Question number 5 now. Question 5. Damon Albarn was a founder member of which two bands? Damon Albarn was a founder member of which two bands? Question number 6 then. Which acts had the best selling 1970s hit singles called War, Waterloo, and Fat Bottom Girls? Which acts had the best selling 1970s hit singles called War, Waterloo, and Fat Bottom Girls? Right, question number 7 now. Question 7. Which two acts had a UK top 10 hit single with Wonderwall? Which two acts had a UK top 10 hit single with Wonderwall? Question 8 now. Question 8. Which act has had the most UK number one hit singles between JLS and Sam Smith? Which act has had the most UK number one hit singles between JLS and Sam Smith? Choose one. Question number 9 now. We're on to the 1980s for this one. So, which acts had the 1980s hit singles called Walk Like an Egyptian, Run to You, and Higher Love? Which acts had the 1980s hit singles called Walk Like an Egyptian, Run to You, and Higher Love? Question 10 now. Question number 10. By what name is the pop star born Reginald Dwight better known? By what name is the pop star born Reginald Dwight better known? Question 11 now. Question 11. Which musical acts had the original UK hit singles with Show Me Love, Show Me Heaven, and Show Me You're a Woman? Oh, Millie and Mike are back. They missed a bit. That's all right. Question 11 again. Which musical acts had the original UK hit singles with Show Me Love, Show Me Heaven, and Show Me You're a Woman? 1 point for each. Those are three different acts or groups. Question 12 now up to the 90s. So for question 12, which acts had the best-selling 1990s hit singles called Driftwood, Lithium, and Living on My Own? Which acts had the best-selling 1990s hit singles called Driftwood, Lithium, and Living on My Own? Question 13, I'm going to read out a lyric to a song and you need to name the artist and title or group and title of the song. 1 point for each. I'm going to try not to say it in the way it's said in the song, which is very difficult to do. But here goes. So, coming out of my cage and I'm doing just fine. That's the opening line to which original hit single by which act? Coming out of my cage and I'm doing just fine. That's the opening line to which original hit single by which act? For 2 points. Okay, the next question in question 14 now. Which acts had the following 3 backing bands? The Shadows, The Boys, with a Z, and The Funky Bunch. Which 3 acts had the following backing bands? The Shadows, The Boys, and The Funky Bunch. 1 point for each again. Okay, and your final question then, up to the noughties now. So which 3 acts had the best-selling noughties singles called Black and Gold, Bohemian Like You, and Sober? Which 3 acts had the best-selling noughties singles called Black and Gold, Bohemian Like You, and Sober? 1 point for each. Okay, so let me know if I can repeat any questions for you, and of course, make sure you're working out that countdown conundrum, having a guess at that one. And then we'll be moving on to our game shows rounds. We'll do our survey says first, and then I've got, if we've got time, 3 tenable questions for you. So we'll have some fun with those in a moment. I think that's about it. See if any requests come in for repeats of questions, give you a little bit more thinking time, and then we'll go through them and see how well you've done. It's quite fortunate that I couldn't do the quiz last week because it would have been a bit weird because my live on air light broke just after, not long after the last Facebook Live one I did. Yeah, the cable snapped that plugs it in, and it could not be repaired, I don't think, unless I had a soldering kit. It just wasn't worth it. So fortunately, I managed to get a like-for-like replacement, and it literally was like-for-like because it fits in the right spaces, so I was fine. It wasn't too much of a problem, but it was quite frustrating for a few days there to think about what I was going to do, and then thankfully I found it, so crisis averted. Question 7 again for Ant, so for the Britzillians. Question 7 was, which 2 acts had a UK top 10 hit single with Wonderwall? 2 different acts, so 1 point for each. I've also posted, just while I give them a bit more thinking time there, I've posted a couple of 1% Club questions recently. I put one in the top fan group. If you're not in the top fan group, please do request to join it or ask somebody who is to send you the link to join it. You're all welcome if you watch this show to join into that group. Posted a 1% Club question in there, which got some comments and some interest. I posted a completely different one to my Instagram and to my threads, I think, but certainly on Instagram. And I'm going to try and do a bit more of them more often because they're always quite fun to share those things and see who can work them out. The one I put on Instagram in particular was a really interesting one. So do check that out. Now, let's go through the answers. I think no more repeats have come in. So, question number 1. What were the first names of Simon and Garfunkel? They are Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel. Question 2, who joined U2 on the hit single When Love Comes to Town, or Came to Town? It is B.B. King. Question 3. Which acts had the best-selling 1960s singles called You Never Can Tell, Pinball Wizard and Lazy Sunday? Chuck Berry had a hit with You Never Can Tell. That is the one from Pulp Fiction with the twist contest. Very famous scene. Brilliant film. That's that song. Pinball Wizard is by The Who and Lazy Sunday by The Small Faces. Question 4. What was the title of Oasis's first UK #1 hit single? It is Some Might Say. Question 5. Damon Albarn was the founder member of which two bands? It is Blur and Gorillaz. Question 6. Which acts had the best-selling 1970s singles called War, Waterloo and Fat Bottom Girls? It's Edwin Starr with War, ABBA with Waterloo, and Fat Bottom Girls is by Queen. Question 7. Which two acts had UK top 10 hit singles with Wonderwall? Oasis, perhaps most famously Oasis, and also Mike Flowers Pop had a hit with his own version of Wonderwall. Question 8. Which act has had the most UK #1 hit singles between JLS and Sam Smith? It is Sam Smith. There's not much in it. There's only like one between them, I think. But it's Sam Smith. Question 9. Which acts had the 1980s hit singles called Walk Like an Egyptian, Run to You, and Higher Love? It's The Bangles, Bryan Adams, and Steve Winwood. Question 10. By what name is the pop star born Reginald Dwight better known? That is Elton John. Question 11. Which musical acts had the original UK hit singles called Show Me Love, Show Me Heaven, and Show Me You're a Woman? Show Me Love is by Robin S. Brilliant club track, that one. Show Me Heaven is by Maria McKee, and Show Me You're a Woman is by Mud. Question 12. Which acts had the best-selling 1990s hit singles called Driftwood, Lithium, and Living on My Own? It is Travis with Driftwood, Nirvana with Lithium, and Freddie Mercury on his own, not with Queen, for the song Living on My Own. Question 13. Coming out of my cage and I'm doing just fine. It's The Killers, Mr. Brightside. Question 14 now. Which acts had the following three backing bands? The Shadows, The Boys, and The Funky Bunch. 3 more points here. It is Cliff Richard and The Shadows, Heavy D and The Boys, and Marky Mark, aka Mark Wahlberg, and The Funky Bunch. And question 15. Which 3 acts had the best-selling noughties singles called Black and Gold, Bohemian Like You, and Sober? Black and Gold is by Sam Sparrow, Bohemian Like You by the Dandy Warhols, and Sober by Pink. Okay, the countdown conundrum for 2 bonus points is desirably. I had to think about how you can say that then. Desirably. Told you there's tricky words tonight. Tally up those scores then. Let's see how you did. Nobody's got a bonus point to spend on their scores now, because it was just the one who got it right at the start for the kids' question. So it is just down to your scores for the music round, plus the 2 points if you got the conundrum right. The Not So Golden Oldies, plus G, have got 21 points. Very good. Okay, Jodie's got 17 points. Yes, another good score there. Who else have we got? Let's see what other scores come in before we shift over to our first game show's question. The Donuts have got 28 points. No conundrum this time. Still, it's a good score for the music round. That's good. It's normally like 30 or so points in a music round. Normally. 12 points for the Brazilians. That's okay. Not bad. You've been deserted, haven't you? You're half the team you normally are. Still, good going. Any more for any more? Millie says they got 6, but they missed some. That's okay. I know you did. That's all right. You're back in time for the game shows rounds, which I know you like, so that's fine. Okay, I'm going to move on to them now, but please do keep leaving those comments. Well, there'll be lots more comments in a moment because you will be commenting about these next questions. So, right, so you have got a board here with 6 possible answers from a survey question. Ed says you did average. You missed a bit of the feed. That's okay, mate. Appreciate you being here. Okay, so I'm going to bring the question up on screen. As soon as I do, you can start guessing what you think the top 6 answers are from this survey question. 100 people were surveyed. You just need to work out what you think the most popular 6 answers were. Okay? This is going to be an interesting one. Your question for our survey says round is, name something parents and kids don't share the same taste for. So have a guess in the comments, and let's just see collectively now, you as viewers are one team combined. Let's see how quickly you can work out all 6. I think some of these will be very easy to get, but it's a good bit of fun, I think. So we have got Sue saying, and the donuts saying music, Jodie saying music as well, Lisa's going with movies, Sue again with clothes, music for the not so golden oldies, food for Ed. Okay, good guesses. Keep them coming in. I can tell you now that, let me just check my list. Music is the top answer. Very good. Is clothes there? So clothes is another one from the donuts. Number 3 on the list. Fashion, clothes, anything like that's fine. Millie's gone with TV shows. Millie and Mike, is that there? That's number 6. Very good. We're flying through this one. Ed's gone with food. Let's see if food is there on the list. Food, yes, definitely food. Absolutely. Let's just see what else have we got here. Music, movies. So is movies there in the list? Movies is number 5. Interesting. Now, some of these other guesses getting a little bit more obscure now, maybe. Yes, Lisa went with food as well. That one is there. Friends. Jodie said, tasting Friends. It is different, but is it the missing answer? It's not, I'm afraid. It is not there. What else? Humour. So, Ant and Julie, they've gone with humour. Is that the missing answer? It's not. No. I think maybe this is a generational thing. Like, well, it literally would be a generational thing, but I guess maybe millennial parents and younger probably would have led this to being the second answer. Not to say it's exclusive for those people, but that's probably why. Maybe that gives you a bit of help. Relationship or partners, language, politics. These are all good guesses. Cars and technology, haircuts. Yeah, these are all good things, but not there. The closest to it, I would say, is technology. Lisa's close with technology. So opinions is not there. Neither's social media. You're kind of close. It is something that's typically electronic. I'll give you a few more clues when I need to. See what the next few guesses say. Might have a different taste. Well, bedtime's different, yes. Soon the donuts are going with gaming. Would your taste in gaming be different? It is video games. That's right. You've got it. Video games. Yes, Tony is there as well with video games. Just about there, just as I revealed it. Well done. So, yeah, video games. You play different games because children should not be playing 18-rated games. So your taste in games might naturally be different. Yeah. Anyway, I'm perhaps more stricter about these things with my kids than other parents are. But as someone who's grown up as knowing nothing but a life of gaming, I'm very aware of how 18-rated games can be, so I have a very strong opinion on this. But that is the second most popular answer for that question. So you have worked out the top 6 very quickly indeed, which gives us more time to spend on our Tenable game, which is coming up next. So let's share that with you now. Tenable is on screen now, everybody. And so let's go through, let me just make sure my screens are level here. I do need to bring this one down though, give me a moment. so I can see your chat. There we go. Now we're talking. So we've got 3 tenable questions. Again, you can guess these in the comments, and let's see how you get on. First question then is about Olympic cities. Now, we've talked about some of these already, so you should have no excuses in getting them. Don't guess just yet. We are looking for the last 10 non-European cities to host the Summer Olympics, up to and including the games most recently held, which we talked about earlier. But we're not including Moscow in Russia. That is considered part of Europe. So here's the top 10 grid. You may start guessing now. Lisa's very happy. Lisa says, I miss No One Lives Forever game. I'll have to check that out. I'm not sure what you're referring to there. And yes, Tenable is back. So, Tokyo. Yes, this is one we mentioned earlier on. So we know that Tokyo is going to be there. Let's bring that up on the list now. And these are in order, most recent down to the oldest one at the bottom, okay? So yes, well done if you put Tokyo there. So that's Sue and Tony were quick there with that one. Seoul, is Seoul in the list then? Let's have a look. Where does that fall? That is number 6. Yes, very good. Rio. Rio's another one we mentioned in the sport round, isn't it? So we've got Lisa and Sue saying that. So let's bring that up. Where does that crop up? There we go. That's number 2. Beijing. I can see Brazil as well has come up there. Well, we've said Rio. So that is Brazil. So that's where that is. Because we are talking about the cities here, non-European cities. We've got Seoul, done Rio, Beijing. Right, Beijing. Let's see where that falls in the list. That's number 3. Sydney. The Sydney Games. Where were they? Does that make the last 10? Yes, that was number 4. Sydney 2000. Yeah, cities, that's right. Atlanta. Yes, several of you saying Atlanta. Lisa, Sue, and Ed. So whereabouts does Atlanta fall? It was number 6, Atlanta 1996. Los Angeles is the next guess I can see here. Los Angeles from Tony and from Millie. Okay, 3 more to go now. Going further back in time. So before Los Angeles, where was the Olympic Games before Los Angeles? Have a guess. Non-European cities prior to Los Angeles that hosted the Olympic Games. Where could they be? Montreal, there's a great shout. Let's have a look. Montreal, that's number 8. I love it when people accidentally tag things in comments. So we've got Mexico City, City of Boston Archaeological Program. There we go. Thanks for that, Lisa. Maybe they'll join in with the quiz next time. Who knows? But Mexico City by Sue and Lisa. Let's see if that's there. Very good. That is number 9. We've now got one more to work out. Ju's gone with Toronto. Is that the missing answer? No, it's not Toronto. It is from a country that is already on this list, though. Is already represented on this list. No, I said not Moscow. Moscow is counted as a European city, so not Moscow. Before Mexico City, a non-European country that is already represented on this list through another city. Quebec. Incorrect. Good guess, but no. Millie's gone with Melbourne. Is it Melbourne for Australia? It is Melbourne. That's the missing one. Well done to Mike and Millie helping you guys complete that list for the first question in our Tenable game. Very good. All right, let's go to round 2 then. Is this going to be a bit trickier, I wonder? Or dare I say a bit easier? Another sort of geography-based one. So the first 10 two-word countries after the Marshall Islands alphabetically. Yes, Millie, I know you love the Olympics, don't you? I'm sure I was expecting good things from you and you didn't let us down there. So for this one, we are talking about the first 10 two-word countries after the Marshall Islands alphabetically. Now, for fairness, I need to tell you that North Macedonia is not tenable. That was only well, at the time of recording this, it was a relatively recent change. So that's not included. But now we're looking for literally any country in the world that has two words in its name after the Marshall Islands alphabetically. It might sound like a confusing question at first glance, but I promise you some of these are very easy gettable big countries. There's only a couple of ones that are probably quite obscure in comparison. Right, South Korea from Millie. There's a good guess then. South Korea, where does that fall in this? This is an alphabetical order, okay? So South Korea is number 9 on the list. New Guinea. Is New Guinea on the list? Let's have a look. Because after Marshall Islands, does that count? Let's find out. Is that a tenable answer? It's not. It's not there. I think it's Papua New Guinea, isn't it? I don't think it's just New Guinea. It's not there anyway. These are taken directly from the show, by the way, these questions, so they better be right. North Korea. We've had South Korea. Is North Korea therefore a tenable answer? North Korea is number 2. South Africa has been guessed now. South Africa. Yes, had to be, didn't it? When you see South Korea there, you think, well, before that must be South Africa, and it is. San Marino, that is a 2-word country. Let's see where that is on the list. That's 4th. Very good. Okay. Let's see what other guesses we've got. There's loads coming in now. New Zealand. Yes, Lisa's also, and Ed said San Marino. Yes, New Zealand has been guessed. I don't mind if you spell it slightly wrong. That's fine. I'll forgive you. Let's go to the list then and see where New Zealand falls in it, if indeed alphabetically it does. It's the top one, yes. That is the first one alphabetically in this list we've been looking for. St. Lucia. St. Lucia's been guessed there from Millie. Let's have a look. St. Lucia is number 3. Very good guess there. And the Solomon Islands as well. These are the more obscure ones that I was hoping you guys would work out. Lisa says United Kingdom. United Kingdom's not there. Is not there. It's possible that that's because it's broken down to the individual countries that make up the United Kingdom. Okay, no worries, Ju. Thank you for watching. Sierra Leone has been asked there. Sierra Leone from Sue and the Donuts. And yes, that is number 6 on the list. Sri Lanka. Is Sri Lanka there? Let's have a look. That's an interesting one. It's not there. I don't know why that one's not there. I can't explain that one. That is a good guess. It is not one of the top 10. Or this particular 10. I mean, it is a 2-word country. Sri Lanka. How strange. Oh, it's the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka. That's why. We just call it Sri Lanka for short. It's a democratic republic. Yeah, that's what it is. That explains it. So we have got Saudi Arabia that's being guessed. Let's see where that falls in the list. Is it there? That is the 5th one. We're looking for one more then. It's not Northern Ireland because this is in an alphabetical list. So there'll be a reason why Northern Ireland isn't there as well. But we are looking for one that alphabetically would come after South Korea. So I'll tell you now, it is another South something. I'll narrow it down for you that much. What else? What other countries in the world can you think of that are South something officially? Yeah, again, I'm not sure why Northern Ireland wouldn't be there because it is the, well, I suppose, yeah, I don't know why not United Kingdom or Northern Ireland wouldn't be there. There's not an explanation as to why. South Sudan, let's have a look. Is that the missing one? It is. Well done, Lisa, Sue. Lisa and Sue, you both got that one there. Very good to Lisa and to Sue and anyone else who worked that one out. Congratulations. Now, your final question then. As we round off the show with our last tenable question, this time is the 10 cities in Great Britain with names containing the letter W. So by Great Britain, we of course mean the main countries of Scotland, England, and Wales. That's it. And for fairness, we are not including the city of Westminster. All right, so excluding that. Oh, Lisa says her tablet's so slow today. That's okay. I still read out your answers. Right, so 10 cities in Great Britain. If you get this wrong with a genuine looking answer, it might be because it's a town not recognised as a city. So let's see. So Warwick. Is Warwick there? Let's have a look. It's not there. It's not recognised as a city according to this list, I'm afraid. Wolverhampton. Is Wolverhampton there? Wolverhampton is number 9 on the list. We have got Jodie guessing Norwich. Is Norwich there? Let's have a look. Yes, Norwich is number 4. Tony's gone with Winchester. Winchester's got to be there, surely. That's number 8. These are in alphabetical order if you haven't guessed. We've now got another tag here, Lost Glasgow. Brilliant. More random companies and people and groups being advised of the quiz tonight. Is Glasgow there? I mean, it seems to fit the criteria, doesn't it? Glasgow is number 1. That's the first one alphabetically, so now you know what you're thinking of. Everything's got to come alphabetically after Glasgow. Swansea. Is Swansea in the list? Let's have a look. Is that a tenable answer? It is. That's number 5. Very good. I'm just going to scroll back up the comments and see if anything's there that I haven't said yet. I don't think so. Warrington's not there. No, not Warrington. That's not a city. Swindon. Swindon is not a city. Newcastle. Newcastle upon Tyne. Let's have a look. That's there. Yeah, number 2. So, Fort William, does that count? Is that a city? Let's have a look. Nope, not there. Worcester. Is Worcester on the list there from Millie? Very good. Yes, that's good. Weymouth. Is that a city, I wonder? Let's have a look. Weymouth is a guess there from Lisa. Nope, not there. And that's also a no to Nuki as well. Seem to be getting close though. Let me just check some of the other ones. What's missing? There's 2 more that begin with a W. begin with a W rather than feature a W. And then the third one in the list features a W but does not begin with them, which you could probably work out by looking at the list, but just in case you haven't figured that one out yet. So, yeah, so Worcester we've gone with, that's fine. Windsor, is Windsor there? No, it's not there. Wakefield, Millie says Wakefield. Is that one of our tenable answers? Let's have a look. That's number 6. We're nearly there. 2 more to go. I hope I haven't missed any of the guesses that turn out to be the right ones. I don't think I have. No, Warwick, Wolverhampton, Norwich, Warrington, Swindon, Newcastle. No, we're doing good. I am keeping up with these things. Yeah, not Windsor. Right, okay, so you've got 2 more to go. Sue and the Donuts gone with Newport. Let's have a look. And Newcastle is number 3, Newport. It is very good. Right, 1 more to go. It is the shortest place name on the list. Only 5 letters in it. So it's not Wrexham. It's not Watford. Those are not cities. Good guesses. I mean, they're places in the UK in Great Britain. Sorry, not the UK. Well, but no. Wigan. Is Wigan the missing answer, I wonder? Let's have a look. Also not a city. Tony says Wells. Is that an answer? Is Wells a city? Lisa Maria's also gone with Wells. Let's see if that's the missing one. There we go. That is it. You've done it. You have figured out our final tenable list of answers. Excellent stuff. Well done, everybody. Let's just close this down now. We are going to go on to our final page. Let's go. And that brings us to the end of the quiz, guys. Thank you all very much, as always, for taking part. Now, what do I have to tell you? So, I will be back again. Let me just bring up the comments again so I can see what you're all saying. Wells is in Maine as well. Wow, there you go. You managed to guess it correct. So, yes, so that's the end of the quiz. Another great night, great attendance. Thank you all for being here. Don't forget to share and tell more people about what we do here. I will be back with a new quiz next week. We'll be doing very similar again. But obviously I'll mix up the subjects and the game show rounds a bit more. If I've got time, we might do catchphrase instead next week. I don't know. I haven't decided. I always decide like on the day or the day before. So we shall see. Oh, thank you, Millie. You're always good at reminding me of these things. Sunday, 26th of May. Sunday, 26th of May is the next in-person Patreon. And that means, yes, it's a Sunday night, so it will be bingo at the end of the evening, which means a guaranteed big cash jackpot will be won in a game of bingo we play after the quiz. Thank you all for the comments again. Make sure you give the video a like before you move on. All those positive emoji reactions always help push the video out in front of more people, because once I press to finish the live show, it's then uploaded and anybody can view it at any time, just like all my other previous quizzes. So that all helps, and I hope you can also take the time, if you're not already, to follow me in some other places on social media. Check out my latest Instagram post. That's a fun one from the 1% Club. Comment your guesses. It's also on Threads. That is definitely where I put it. So, yeah, that brings us to the end of another quiz. If you're a Patreon supporter of mine already, you can, of course, request subjects for future Facebook Live quizzes. So I'm always open to more suggestions for the subjects we do here. And if you've got any preference as to what we do at the next Patreon quiz night, you can also speak to me about that as well. Use the usual chat groups for that, if you don't mind. And with that said, yes, thank you for your comments. It's been great fun as always. I hope to see you all again next week. So I will see you all same time next time for more of the same fun. Cheers. Good night.